Hi, I'm Lisa Marie. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you are one of my returning viewers, thank you so much. Today we're going to do Dollar Tree calendar hacks, and I'm going to craft my stash to do it, starting now. For this Dollar Tree calendar hack, I'm going to use the Enjoy the Little Things. That was a 2022 calendar. And I'm going to take all those little pieces on the back. I also have last year's calendar of this same one, and I'm going to take some pieces from there as well. And then I've got these 2 dice from the Dollar Tree. I was going to use them for something else, that's why they're sanded. And then I'm going to take my Kills primer, and I'm just going to go kind of around those edges and the corners because the paper is going to cover the rest of it. So there you go. Now I'm going to take my Celery Chalk Paint by Waverly, and I'm just going to paint over where I did the white. Now I cut all the pieces, or I'm going to cut all the pieces really tight with my paper cutter off screen. I just wanted you to see which ones I picked, and there are going to be 12 because there's 6 for each dice. And there I am cutting them down. Now I realize I probably need to cut off the corners, so I did that. I'm going to take some Mod Podge, put a generous amount on there, and just make sure it gets all around the edges, and I'm going to attach each piece. I'm going to mist the pieces of the calendar first just to make the paper a little more pliable. I was inspired by Courtney at Creative on the Cheap. She made these cute dice to make decisions, and I thought, what if I made some of these dice for affirmations? I'll link her video and channel down below. I'm going to rub and rub and rub, and then I'm going to add a bunch more Mod Podge on that. I just want to make sure that it lays down flat. And it does if you're patient and you just keep rubbing over it. And there they are. They're all covered now. But I feel like you can see the edges of the paper. So I'm going to take a little chalk marker from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to write all over those edges on both of the cubes for every one of those little pieces of the calendar paper. And I think it kind of gives it just a little more muted look on the edges, and I'm very happy with that. You can still see the little bit of the celery color in the corners, which is fine. And then I'm going to put a very heavy coat of Mod Podge all over the entire thing. I think this is so fun. If you just need a little encouragement or some affirmations, just roll the dice and it'll tell you something very positive and uplifting. And you know what? You can use that to make your day better. Today's video is part of a friend collab, and we are crafting our stash today. This collab is hosted every month by Liana DIY, and our special guests this month are Crafting in Mimi's World and the Distressed Princess DIY. I promise you will love everybody's crafts and you will get so much inspiration, so be sure to head down to the playlist in my description box and in the pinned comment and check out our hosts. If you are coming over from one of the other channels, thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube family. Back to the video. This Dollar Tree calendar DIY hack is so easy. I'm using the Simply Blessed calendar, and I'm going to take from the back cover the larger piece that we're showing you an example of the month, and I'm just going to cut that out, and it's so cute. It's got lemons, it's very summery, and it says, enjoy the simple things. And I found this really cool glass frame at the Dollar Tree, and then I've got this scrapbook paper from Walmart, and I'm picking out this yellow and white one. It's got a pattern in the background. It's probably hard to see. Anyway, so I'm just going to take this apart. It's got 2 panes of glass inside, and what I'm going to do is remove the backing and then take the 2 pieces of glass out and then separate them, and I'm going to use that piece of paper that's stuck on there, and I'm going to use that as a guide to cut out my scrapbook paper. I'm going to go ahead and clean off the glass first. There was a little bit of sticky stuff there, and I'm just going to turn it on the back and use a pencil to trace around that shape, and then I'll cut that out, and that'll become like a layer for the backing of my picture. And there you see I've got that right there. And then I'm going to take my little picture from the back of the calendar and lay it right over the top. And I'm going to use my special tape roller that I got on Amazon. It should be in my Amazon store. I love this thing. No wet glue. Oh my gosh. So easy to use and no mess. You cannot beat that. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick that right in the center there, just eyeballing it. Now, the problem with me eyeballing is that I don't see straight, and so my picture ended up being a little crooked, but I'm going to use my Beacon Fabric Tack glue and just kind of put those edges down on the glass to make sure it stays in place. I'm going to put the other piece of glass over the top. I've cleaned all the panes of glass, and then I'm going to put them back in the frame and assemble it. I told you this was easy. It's so easy. And then I'm going to clean the glass again because I keep touching it with my fingers, and I'm just using rubbing alcohol to clean it. It works very well, and that's it. How cute is that? I love this one. So easy, so inexpensive. Oh my gosh. And when I took the pictures outside, it was so humid that the glass fogged up. So sorry about that. Anyway, you saw it before and you know how cute it really is, but I hope you guys like this one. If you are enjoying this video, please hit the like button. It actually helps my channel quite a bit, and I appreciate it. For this Dollar Tree calendar hack, I am going to do something different. I'm going to take this page. I forgot which calendar it came out of. Sorry about that. But it was just a cute beach sign. And you know what? I'm going to use it as inspiration. I have this little sign. I got it like a long time ago. And I had already painted it white. It used to be gray. And I'm going to remove those little clips. And I'm going to recreate that beach sign as best as I can. And what I'm going to do first is take a pencil and I'm going to, just by looking at it, try to recreate those letters. And I think I did pretty good. You know, it's kind of a rough surface to write on. And then I'm going to have to put my arrow to the right because there's just not enough room down there. Anyway, then I have like a Dremel. It's basically actually a kit for doing like acrylic nails, but I just put an attachment on the end that would be perfect for this. And I am just literally going to go over all of the letters that I drew out with my little Dremel tool. And then I've got the word beach with the arrow on there. And you guys, this was so easy. I could have used a scrap piece of wood. I just happened to have this sign and I thought, you know what? I'm not using it and there's just no reason to keep the clips on it. And look at that. It came out so cute. I'm going to mix so many different colors of acrylic paint and chalk paint that I'm not even going to list them because you know what? You can do this any color you want. I just kept messing with it. I bet I even have a paint color at the end that it was without having to mix, but you know what? Live and learn. So I just keep adding colors until I kind of get what I like. And like I said, do whatever you want. Use any kind of blue or I don't know, just either ocean color or sand color, something that goes along with that coastal theme. And guess what? This is going to go in my bedroom. Anyway, I'm taking a little paintbrush and I'm actually just dabbing it on, because you can't spread paint on this. It's too rough of a surface. It's very rough wood. And so I sped this up because who needs to watch me paint? We all know what that looks like. But there you go. Now you can see it. And you guys, I'm going to dry it with my heat tool from Amazon. And I just love this already. And then because the paint went over the edges a little, I'm just going to take the Dremel and go back over the edges and clean up the paint. And look at it. I honestly love this one. You'll have to let me know what you think. It's so cute. And I just got inspired by a picture on a calendar from Dollar Tree. So next time you look at your calendars, you never know. Are you ready for another super easy Dollar Tree calendar hack? So this calendar that I'm showing you right now has one of the months with these watermelon pictures, which are so cute. And I just thought, you know what? I could make a little watermelon garland. So I cut them all out. And then I've got this faux leather from burlingtonfabric.com and I'm going to use that on the back. So I'm just going to use my Beacon Fabric Tack glue and I'm going to glue it right on to the back side of the faux leather. And I'm going to cut it out again. And then one side will be the little paper picture from the calendar. And then the back side will be that faux leather. Now it's in gray. That's the color I have, that in brown. I wish it was green. But what I decided to do was well, first I'm going to take some Mod Podge, and I'm going to go over each one on the front to protect the paper, and that just real fast, and then let it dry. Then I'm going to use a green jot marker from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go over the back. You could use paint markers, whatever you have, but because of the leather, faux leather texture, it comes out so cool. So I did that to all of them. And I'll show you up close here. I got to dry them off because it gets on your fingers, otherwise all the ink. But I will bring that up closer. Do you see that texture? There's my little watermelon rind, and then I've got this green and white twine, and then this is my crocodile. I got this on Amazon. It's in my store, and I can cut so easily right through this because that way I can string this little garland with the twine. So I'm just going to make a hole on each side just below the little rind on the watermelon, and I needed to put a little glue on the end just to kind of thicken up that end and make it stiff, and then it goes right through the hole, no problem. So I'm only going to show you me stringing one because then we all know what that looks like, and I strung them all. And how cute is that? It could go on a tier tray or just anywhere. It's just a short little garland, but I love it, and I think it just came out so cute. Absolutely easy, no sewing involved, nothing, and it's sturdy because of the faux leather. So let me know if you would try something like this. Dollar Tree has faux leather too. For this Dollar Tree calendar hack, I am going to use 8 4x6 frames from the Dollar Tree. They don't even have to be the same because I'm only going to use the glass. And then from this 2020 inspirational quotes calendar, I'm going to take 4 pictures that I really like, and I'm going to use the glass to cut out the portions of the picture that I would like. I've seen these glass tile pictures. They're usually bigger than this, but I wanted to try it on something small, and I'm just going to reassemble the frame and use that later for another project. So there are all 8 pieces of the glass. Now I'm going to find the spot I want that doesn't have words on it, but it captures the essence of the picture, and I'll trace that piece of glass on there, and then I'll cut each of those out for all 4 of those pictures. And it reminds me of those nature glass tiles that people are getting that are so expensive. Now, I realize this isn't quite as high-end as that, but it was cute. And I thought if you couldn't afford the other one, this is a great idea. And if you're also not a photographer, which I am not, I could never take pictures that look like this. Anyway, I need to put something on the back so that the lines on the calendar don't show. So I found this really pretty burgundy colored scrap of paper from Walmart that I had on hand, and I'm just going to attach it, the burgundy side, against the back of the calendar page, and that way you will never see the lines. There's another little hack for you. And then I'm just going to use my little tape roller to put on the back of each of the pictures and then attach that to the front of the scrap of paper. I hope that makes sense, but you can see what I'm doing. And like I said, that keeps it from being see-through. And it's okay that the back is white. It doesn't really matter. And I'm just trimming things with my paper trimmer as I need to go. And then what I'm going to do is figure out the best way to adhere this. So I did an experiment on an extra piece of glass I had. And I tried Mod Podge, Beacon Fabric Tack Glue, Beacon Spray Adhesive, and the tape to see which shows the least. And it was the Beacon Fabric Tack Glue that showed the least. So just so you know, I wanted to try that experiment. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue, very small, on each of the corners of the very back of the picture and the paper that I put together. And then I can attach that directly to the back glass, and then I'll do the same thing on the front and put the front glass on. And I just think they're really cute. Now, if you had your own real photographs or somebody else's real photographs, it would probably look even better than a calendar page. I've got this gold and white twine, and I'm just going to make a little hanger and put some very, very sticky packing tape over that in the back. And I didn't have a chance to hang anything, but I just want to show you what they look like. I think they're super cute. And if I had thicker glass, I actually think they would even look more high-end. So just an experiment, and I'm happy with how it turned out. Let me know what you think. And now for one last look at all of my Dollar Tree calendar hacks. I hope you liked them all. They were really fun and easy to make. Don't forget to go and check out the playlist in my description box in the pinned comment. You will love all of the videos. We're all crafting our stash. If you would like, I am ready to make a part 2 of the Dollar Tree calendar hacks, so let me know. Thank you so much for watching. You are truly a blessing to me. I hope you'll click one of these other videos on the screen next. And if you do, I'll see you there. Bye.